What does a woman think when she notices that you have stopped chasing, pursuing, and courting her? In reality, before we discuss the psychological and behavioral reactions that a woman experiences once she is certain you have stopped pursuing her, let me first clarify how to stop chasing the right way. To be clear, stopping the chase does not mean going to her and saying things like, "I won't pursue you anymore, I blocked you, get out of my life," or "you don't deserve me." All of these common phrases, which men typically resort to when they lose their patience with a woman who treats them with contempt, dismissal, or a lack of interest, should never be said. Naturally, this scenario assumes that you have already confronted her and reproached her in a polite manner once or twice at most, and it became clear to you that this woman has no intention of changing her harmful behavior, her indifferent attitude, her lack of interest, or the many things that were bothering you. Here, instead of uttering those warning phrases, you quietly withdraw. The concept of quiet withdrawal. Withdrawing quietly does not mean giving her the silent treatment as a punishment, nor does it mean threatening revenge or drama. It simply means withdrawing all the privileges you used to provide her, attention, favors, love, and validation. Stopping the reinforcement of her ego. A woman, even if she does not love you, experiences an inflated ego when she sees someone constantly chasing and courting her this way. When you withdraw these privileges, you are pulling back your attention in a classy manner. For example, if you used to call her daily or text her 5 or 6 times a day, reduce it to once. If communication was daily, let it be once every 4 days or once a week. This gradual withdrawal and pulling back of privileges, including romantic words and favors, should be minimized or stopped entirely. The psychological and behavioral reactions of the woman. This woman used to take your presence for granted and treated you based on that certainty. When she realizes for sure that you have stopped chasing her, she will go through the following reactions. 1. Losing the sense of certainty. The very first reaction is her feeling that you are no longer guaranteed to be in her life, and that she needs to put in some effort, even a little, and show some interest, or change her behavior to regain those privileges. Here, she is not doing this for your sake, but rather out of selfishness and self-love. All that matters to her is the attention and privileges you used to provide. 2. Feeling a loss of control. She will feel that she has lost her control over you. In the past, she might have manipulated you, provoked you, threatened to leave, or deprived you of attention if you did not meet her demands, if we are talking about an exploitative or narcissistic woman, because a woman who genuinely loves you would never behave this way. Note, unfortunately, there is a type of women who, even if they love genuinely, believe that if they ignore a man or treat him with pride, he will become more attached to them. The mistake you made in the previous phase was believing that the more you chased and cared, the more mutual interest you would get. This common belief is entirely false. When a woman sees you constantly chasing her, she feels that whether she cares or not makes no difference, and she realizes she has total control over you. So, why should she effort to change her toxic behavior? Therefore, her feeling of losing control is her second psychological shock. 3. Entering a state of comparison and internal conflict. The woman begins to live in a state of comparison between the past man who used to chase and care despite her neglect, and the current man who has become indifferent and stopped the pursuit and effort. This comparison drives her into an internal conflict and questions like, why did he stop chasing me? Am I no longer important to him? Has he stopped loving me? Did another woman enter his life? This contradiction leads her straight to the fourth reaction. 4. Fear of loss and sending mixed signals. When she fears losing you, she will start sending mixed signals. You might find her interacting with a like or commenting on your personal accounts and then disappearing, or sending a greeting message and then withdrawing from the conversation. These mixed signals in this specific case are not evidence of manipulation. Rather, they are evidence of a psychological conflict and a sense of loss that the woman is experiencing. She does not know how to act. Should she compromise? Should she give you attention? Or should she continue with her pride and neglect? This conflict stems from a loss of self-confidence caused by your withdrawal. She fears that if she compromises, you will become arrogant or that she has succumbed to your tactics, as she might think you are manipulating her. At the same time, she fears that if she does not compromise, she will lose you completely because your patience has run out or because you found a substitute. Summary and expected outcome. If the woman is narcissistic with an oversized ego, it will be very difficult for her to compromise. Her lack of compromise here is entirely in your best interest, because it is not in your favor to be associated with a narcissistic woman. If the woman is mature and has a minimum amount of love for you, even 1%, your withdrawal and stopping the chase will make her change her behavior. You will notice her returning to show care and letting go of her previous harmful or toxic behaviors. And this is the ultimate goal. Relationships are not a war or a continuous race after someone else. That is called emotional exhaustion. If she is mature and loves you, she will return to treat you in a proper manner filled with mutual love and a balance of giving. But if she is exploitative or just playing with you, she will not return no matter what you do. But at the very least, you will have preserved your energy, your value, and your dignity.